Okay, I'm going to say something that's going to piss a lot of young entrepreneurs off. You are not mature, okay? Why? Because you think that making money young and then thinking that you can pretend to be somebody you're not works. It does not work, okay? First of all, making money young is great. I have the greatest respect for it because when I was 18, 19, 20, I didn't think of business at all. But what I was doing, I'm going to cover this later, is I socialized. But we'll cover this later. So I've met a lot of young entrepreneurs, especially now, that in public, when you talk to them, especially when they know that you are older than them, they are talking, hey, I'm only focused, I don't need women, I'm just focused on getting a wife, having children, being 18, 19 years old. The issue with that is if it was true or if they would really think that way, mad respect. Of course, there's people out there with 18, 19, they're looking for a wife already. Greatest respect. But that's not the case for the entrepreneurs. Why? Because when most of those guys get home where they're comfortable, in their comfort zone, where nobody sees them, nobody can judge them, all of them have their Tinder Premium out there, swiping on Hinge, swiping on Tinder Premium, texting all these women. First of all, they have to get matches. Most of them don't even get matches, but that's another point. You are texting women. Of course, you don't get replies because you don't follow my rules and you clearly haven't watched the video on how to actually text to get the biggest return of messages, okay? Or the highest reply rate, how you ever want to call it, you entrepreneur nerds. Doesn't matter, okay? So you do all of this pretending to impress me, for example, or other entrepreneurs that are older than you, and you stick with those entrepreneurs that are the same age as you are, and you lie to yourself because you're not friends, okay? First of all, you're not friends. The issue with all that is that you're delaying your own growth or like your own way of becoming a man because you're still not a man. Even if you're 18, 19 and making millions, you're not a man. You cannot be because age is a big factor in becoming a man and experience. Of course, money can buy you some experience or like boost that you can experience a lot of in one year, for example, but it can't replace it. You guys think that money can replace experience. It cannot. And maturity, it cannot. You are mature in your business because all of the time that you've been spending in front of your laptop is just business. Again, mad respect for those guys who are already rich at 18. Really, greatest appreciation. But you're skipping social development to get money early. That's the new trend. 16, oh, I don't need friends, I don't need socializing, I just need money. Okay, no problem. But sometime further down the line in your life, you have to socialize in order to accomplish everything that needs to be accomplished in order to be a man. Okay? So let's talk about what other entrepreneurs, and I'm always talking about other entrepreneurs because your competition when it comes to women or whatever is not normal guys, the 9-to-5ers who are all socializing because they go play football or whatever, go drink a beer. That's not your competition. Your competition are other people that are entrepreneurs. Age doesn't matter. So therefore, all those other entrepreneurs that get what I'm saying, and most of you guys get it, especially when you're older, is the other entrepreneurs, they talk to people, they flirt with women, they get rejected, they socialize, they learn, they gain experience and therefore confidence as well, okay? What are you doing? You think you're the man. Hey, let me just sit behind my screen, only have my nerd friends that I talk strictly about crypto, about ads and all this shit. Because there you feel comfortable. There you're very on point, you're killer. I can hear that in your voice that you're very comfortable and confident around what you're talking. Okay, because it's just business. Whenever you talk about something that's not business or you're not familiar with, why? Okay? So therefore, I painted this. That's a big gap in there that you can't close until or unless you start going out there and gain experience. You cannot, it's not possible, okay? And every man and even women, and I've posted this on my Instagram, women can sense whether you're comfortable or confident or you just pretend to be. You would just have to ask a few questions that are not related to your business and you would start feeling uncomfortable. Okay? And I have to repeat it again because some of the guys don't get it. Money is great, but it cannot replace experience. This cash also does not make you special, okay? Because all of the guys in the entrepreneur world have cash. All of you have cash. And the women know that you have cash. Women don't care about that. You have to afford some things, but besides that, they don't care. You are only, as I've said, you're sitting in your apartment or sitting with your friends or sitting by yourself talking about comfortable things or that you are very familiar with. And the only things that you are familiar are crypto, ads, and funnels. And this is your comfort zone. And if you don't step out of the comfort zone, you won't ever get better at anything. You know that as in business. You try, fail, analyze, do better, and that's how you win. It's the same with women. It's the same. Okay? And I've experienced that you, little nerds, feel attacked by guys or men like me because I don't care whether you have cash or not. And I don't care whether I hurt your little feelings if I tell you something to your face. I don't care. And that's the reason why you feel attacked. Because what I've realized is the biggest ego out there are the guys that are not capable of socializing. That's the guys with the biggest ego because you get hurt the fastest way. Quickest, immediately, like this, if something doesn't go your way. Okay, how to actually switch that? First of all, you have to be aware of your problem. If you're not, then you're just ignorant, and most of you guys know that you are not socializing and not capable of being a man right now because everybody knows that. And that's just the feedback that life gives you. How to change that? You will have to learn to talk without agenda, to talk about things that you're not familiar about. Just talk about something that you are not 100% comfortable with. Or you don't even have to talk then, just listen. Don't pretend, okay? Sit in uncertainty. Sit in rooms where you don't know what's going to happen. Sit in rooms where you don't know all the people. Sit in rooms where you don't know whether you get called out or not for being skinny, because most of you guys are, because you don't take care of your body, okay? And last, start getting rejected without breaking. How are you going to find a wife if every girl that would reject you, you just start crying over? No wife, no woman will ever respect you. Ever. And if a man can't respect you, then a woman won't even. Because women will start respecting you if they see that you get respected by other men immediately. That's the easiest way to get respected by a woman. Okay? And the good thing is that everybody that you see out there that you think is confident, everybody had to go through this. Everybody. Okay? As well, money cannot replace the work that you never did. It can't. And I'm going to talk about how to actually be confident as well. I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to start actually be confident, okay? Because that's what you came here for, okay? I'm not just calling you out, I'm trying to help you as well. First of all, I have to call you out. You have to get emotional about it, realize that you fucked up, okay? And then you learn. Okay, I just wrote down about the topic of confidence, okay? We live in a world with the misconception that confidence means that we have to be above others in order to feel confident. So what does that mean? How you rank above other people does not mean whether or not you can be confident, okay? That's not confident thinking, that's hierarchical thinking. What does that mean? It means that, for example, if you walk into a room and there's people in there, you unconsciously or like consciously scan who's important, who has status, who's above me, who's below me, in order to identify with what person can you be confident in which way, okay? So if for example, you walk into a room and there's normal people, you know it, that they're 9-to-5ers, he's working for Uber, he's a McDonald's worker, and then you have on the other side in the same room, Iman Gadzhi and all these entrepreneurial heroes in your eyes, you instantly will give Iman and all those entrepreneurs more respect and put them above you and put those 9-to-5ers below you. Putting people below you is very egotistical or like very ego, okay? And then putting people above you is just not being confident enough, okay? That means that your confidence raises and falls depending on who's in the room and depending on who you know or who you don't know and who you think is a great guy or has accomplished much and who hasn't, in your eyes, okay? So real confidence is treating everyone the same. Even if it's a billionaire, an Uber driver, a client of yours, or a stranger. You are always respectful and you don't put them above you. Never. Okay, there are certain ways how to talk to a billionaire than to a normal guy. I know that. But it's just in your head, the frame that you put yourself is it doesn't matter whether or not you are talking to a billionaire or an Uber driver. You are confident. because you're confident in yourself, okay? So to wrap this whole thing up is confidence doesn't come from the environment that you're in, okay? Confidence doesn't come from where you are, who you're with, or what you bring to the table, or what others bring to the table. We are programmed by advertising, or especially by social media right now, to think in status and comparison all the time. And social media, Instagram has done it perfectly and executed it perfectly, that you think that you have to compare your others constantly. If you see somebody with 1 million followers, whoo, and if you see someone with 2 followers, and that makes you either feel you're not good enough, or that puts you again above other people. If you have 1,000 followers and you see a guy with 2 followers, you think, I'm way cooler than he is. And then you see somebody with 20 million followers, wow, that's a star, I can talk to him. Doesn't matter, bro. How to actually be confident, okay? What is confidence? From the misconception to actually, confidence literally means that you are getting comfortable with social injury, okay? Social injury doesn't mean that somebody's going to hit you, but that you are getting judged by people for things that you do or say. Are you willing to get embarrassed or to be embarrassed for things that you do? Can you say what's on your mind and get judged for it, and it's okay? And you don't break under it? You just say some things and you stand with it because it's your opinion. Of course, you don't go insult other people and think, I don't care whether they judge me or not. Just normal things. People avoid, especially entrepreneurs, avoid saying logical things that's on everybody's mind because they are afraid to get judged or to be judged. That's what I mean. It is okay to not be liked in every moment. That's totally fine. It's the same in business. You know that there's people that are going to hate you whether you succeed or not. Especially if you don't succeed. There's all of the people hating on you because you don't succeed. And when you succeed, you turn haters into fans. Same with normal people when you're talking to them. Again, fear of judgment and the fear of being lowered by somebody is hierarchical thinking. Your fear of what is he going to say, makes that me feel bad, or does that put me below him because he thinks now that I'm weird? Hierarchical thinking. The confidence has to be within yourself. Okay, so it's called self-confidence. There is a reason why we call it self-confidence and not environment confidence, status confidence, money confidence, looks confidence. And especially looks confidence in this day and age, and with the money confidence, with all the looks maxing guys. Being attractive doesn't give you confidence. It's fake. Because whenever, or being rich, whenever a guy walks into a room that is more money than you have, you're not confident anymore. Or looking better than you are, or having higher status, or being Brad Pitt in the room, then you're all of a sudden not confident anymore. Because you build it on things that are not yourself. It's your environment, all the other things that I've just mentioned. This is step 1, to actually get comfortable with social injury. Step 2 is the belief that things are going to work out fine or will be fine. It's okay. The world is not going to collapse. The sun is going to shine the next day as well. Things that you do can turn out not perfect or not how you want, but you always have to believe, and that's true, you always have to believe that it's going to be fine. Maybe not how you want it, but it's going to be fine. It's fine. Get over yourself. It's not that deep. As all the guys don't say, it's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep, bro. It really is not that deep. You have to start believing that you don't have to be perfect in order to speak, act, or just be yourself. You don't have to be perfect. Why? Because the very moment you think that you have to be perfect, that's when you start pretending or performing to please other people. That's the exact moment where you start to perform. And this is not confidence. Start with real confidence. Getting okay with social injury, getting okay with what other people think of you, doesn't matter to you. And then on the other side, start believing that it's going to turn around. These things do not mean that you can walk around, talk about everybody in a bad manner, in a bad way, behaving like a dickhead, no, and not caring. Just be a normal guy and start thinking that you deserve to be confident, whatever room you are put in, and that's when you start being confident. For more tips, my brothers, just click the Telegram group, okay? So you don't have to watch all of these videos 15 minutes, you can just get it in the Telegram. It's free, link down below, just join, and see you in the next video, okay? Take care.